Guess you didn't expect this, did ya? Hey, what's going on, guys? Danny here, and today, welcome back to another unboxing. It's been a while since I've done the last one. I think about 3 to 4 months. But of course, I haven't really been able to unbox much stuff. So, yeah. I do plan on doing a few more unboxings soon. But I might as well do unboxing while I'm here. So, today we are going to be unboxing the G915... Wait, this isn't the right one. The G915 X Lightspeed. Kind of a confusing name, I know. So, the G915 X Lightspeed is a updated version of the ever so popular G915, which is considered probably one of the best low-profile keyboards of all time, I would say. Though, it was kind of expensive back then. I mean, I think the price was like, what, $230 when it came out? Yeah, which was a expensive-ass price, but I guess it makes sense-ish. But never pay full price for Logitech products. They go on sale very regularly, so please make sure you get them on sale, because I was able to buy this keyboard for about like $160 when I bought it months ago. Now the G915X, for example, is the same price, but of course just updated, and Logitech does this a lot to their products that need some updates. Like, for example, the G502 and the G502 Lightspeed were upgraded to the G502X Lightspeed. Not only had a little bit of a different design, if I remember, but also, I think it was also USB-C. This is basically mostly the same as the G915, but there is 4 more function buttons. This also charges via USB-C now, and there is some other differences, tiny differences as well, but I guess I'll have to show you closer. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so now we are facing towards the desk, obviously. Compare the differences between the box. The box is relatively the same, but there are a few differences. For example, the headlining features are now on the side, and also the G950X also has a extra one for key control, which not sure what that means, but I guess we'll have to see. On the back, it's basically around the same. The battery life has also been increased from 30 hours to 36 hours, which is neat. Kind of looks a little bit different, where these are much smaller, and the main focus of the keys of the low-profile keys and whatever the hell this is are also a little bit more, you know, more pronounced compared to this. Also, the picture of the G915 is zoomed out a little bit, which is interesting. So, but let's go ahead and start opening it up. All right. Now, I think they do have the same peel. You can peel the sticker if you don't want to cut it. So I kind of hate that. I kind of don't like it. I kind of don't like the easy peel because I like using a knife to cut these off. But what can you do? Alright, so we've done that. It's hard to do this in a cramped desk, but alright. Left side is not coming off for some reason. Okay, there we go. So let's see. What we immediately get is a website. And this is also new. It's wrapped in paper this time instead of plastic, which is really a big theme with most big companies nowadays, because we're trying to reduce the plastic waste in the ocean. Because, yeah, plastic waste is a big deal. But yeah. Let's see. We got the I don't know what I forget what they call this, but I never really use this. But it has USB-A and then a USB-C kind of thing. And here's the Unifier Wi-Fi dongle, or Lightspeed dongle, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, it looks around the same. So yeah, basically it looks just about the same, except this one has the older style font, and this one has the newer style Logitech font, and also has an X, which this didn't. I guess I should get the old keyboard out as well, just so I can compare the two directly. But before we do that, okay, so here's our USB A to C cable, which, again, as I mentioned, this keyboard has USB-C instead of micro USB, which is fantastic, and micro USB. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. No. Wait. I was about to say, because it didn't come with a AC adapter. I was actually misremembering. Did it actually came with a USB adapter? But no, it didn't originally. Which I don't know why companies don't give you AC adapters nowadays. Looking at you, Apple. But let me look at it. I think the instructions are basically the same. At least they should be. And no Logitech sticker. That's kind of sucks. The G915 didn't also come with a sticker, I don't think. Even though pretty much most of their mice come with stickers, which is weird. But let's move that aside. This is the old G915. It's a little bit roughed up because, well, mostly because this thing went to a coma for 2 days, but now it's come back to life. I don't have the Unifier plugged in because I don't care about it, but yeah, this thing's been quite beat up, I'll say. But let's go ahead and unwrap the new one. Alright, so here's the new one. It does look a little bit different, because, okay, so again, what we have are we do have 4 extra G-Shift macro keys, because on the old one we had memory buttons. But now the memory buttons have been moved to the function road because instead of a second Windows key, we actually have a function key, which is kind of neat, I guess. Oh yeah, also the texture looks a little bit different. This one looks a little bit, this one has definitely much more of a matte texture compared to the old one, which was kind of a glossy kind of texture, which is kind of interesting because I didn't really have a problem with the old texture, but I guess not a lot of people like the old texture. I'm trying to find our differences, because I know there is definitely a few. Like on the old one, it just says enter, But on the new one, it actually has the enter symbol, which I guess makes sense since no one is. Since I guess, well, yeah. I guess there's a little bit of also other differences, like the Windows key is modified from looking like the Windows 10 key, well, from Windows 10, and now it looks like Windows 11. So yeah, I think the lettering's a little bit bolder, and also the letter. And I also think some of the other letterings are a little bit bigger, I'll say. And the pause is now PB, and then there's a little bit of others, different stuff. Like the like this looking much more a little bit bolder, I guess. But overall, it does look pretty similar to the old one. Now the back. What I do hate about the old G915 is they don't have anywhere to put your dongle, but now you can actually put the dongle on the back like the modern keyboards. And of course, the biggest one is that it finally has USB-C, which is fucking fantastic. The rubber feet are definitely a little bit different because on the old one, the rubber feet was a little bit more extended or longer, but on the newer one, they are shorter, which is kind of interesting. But there is one more major difference. And of course, they have switched to a new key look, because on the old one, it had these two prongs, and also the color's different. It's blue instead of white. But yeah, on the old key, it had these two little prongs, and a big issue with that is that they are pretty fragile, which is why I'm missing the G5 key on the old one. And what I'm glad that, oh yeah, the arrow keys are also a little bit different, but I am glad that they basically switched it to the I guess cherry-esque style look. I do also think that this is double shot PPT. I think they were both double shot PPT, but I don't remember. They definitely go on much nicer. Let's do a type. I'm not gonna do a type test because I'm not really good at those, but like I will try and see if I can compare the difference between how they sound, because I do think there is a tiny bit of a difference, but let me see. So here's the old one. Here's the new one. This one definitely sounds a little bit different, but maybe that's because it's newer, because I think when this was new, it did sound a little bit more like that. So I do like the sound difference, and of course, not because keys do wear out over time, so it probably sounded a lot better back then. But yeah, the newer one definitely sounds a little bit better, especially being that they switched to their newer key switch style. I guess those are the differences between the old and the new one. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on, and I guess we'll check out the software and see if there's any difference. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have plugged it in, so let's go ahead and turn it on, and it's also being recognized in the G-Hub software, so. But that was a weird way that it turned on. Okay, so now we're at the computer screen, so of course it's giving us a overview of it. So let's see, assignments, of course, light sync. I think we're just gonna do fixed for now. Okay, now it's blue. Of course, game mode, that allows you to disable function keys that you don't want to be activated. 2-device pairing receiver. Huh, so I guess the newer dongles, they allow you to pair two receivers at once. I didn't know that's then they've supported that. So I do plan on getting the G502 X Lightspeed in the future, so I might actually try that. That's actually very interesting. I didn't know we could actually do that. Our files, of course, and then let's see, PC states. I guess let's party. Okay, so here's what the software looks like. It's basically the same as the G915, so. But of course, okay, never mind. I got the colors back to what they were because I guess they do save it in whatever. But of course, there are some things that I need to color as well. Okay, so now the G keys are colored. Yeah, it basically looks about the same as the old one. That's basically my review on this. I mean, I'm not going to go very in-depth into it since, well, it doesn't really, because that's not my personality, so I'm not going to really get into the depths of it. But let me give my conclusion on this. Now, do I think it's worth the same price as the old one? I mean, you can get the older one for much cheaper now, but if you don't want to get the old one, should I recommend getting the new one? I guess. I mean, it's not really a huge difference between both of them. I mean, there are some differences between the new and the old one, but as far as I can tell, there's not really any other benefits to the new one, except for the better key switches, more macros, and put your unifier receiver dongle into the back of the keyboard like the like the other Logitech keyboards is nice, since you can't do that on the old one. So I guess that's a big plus as well. I don't think you should buy the new one, especially at MSRP. If you're paying, because I was able to get this for $200. Honestly, that's a pretty good price for, well, it's not really the greatest price because there are other keyboards that are cheaper and a little bit better, I guess. But would I recommend buying this at MSRP? No. I would not recommend buying this at MSRP. Because, honestly, for $130, it's tough to swallow, I will say, because for $230, you can get a custom keyboard for that price. And as you know, custom keyboards are definitely way superior to these kind of, well, I guess you could say they're way superior because not only offer a little bit more customization, you can also pick which keycap. You can also pick not only which keycaps you want, but you can also choose what switches you want instead of having to fix them, I guess. Having fixed ones. And one other problem that I have with most pre-built keyboards, especially gamer ones, they always solder the switches in, which is the biggest red flag, which I think is kind of the biggest red flag in a pre-built keyboard. But even then, I still like this because I did like the original G915, and well, I mean, either way, if you want to buy this, do it. I think it's still on sale for $200 right now, so I'd recommend buying it before it goes off sale. So yeah, that is my review. So thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, a like would be appreciated, and also the subscribing. It's free, it's whatever, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.